Good evening, comrades. I am very happy to talk to all of you, meet you through this media, and convey the greetings and congratulations of the All India Bank Employees Association on the happy occasion of AIBA signing the 11th bipartite wage revision for bank employees, along with all the unions, employees and officers under the banner of the United Forum of Bank Unions. It's a very historic occasion, and we convey our greetings to all the bank employees and officers on this happy occasion. To us in the All India Bank Employees Association, it is of much more significance and importance because the present system of bipartite or bilateralism or the collective bargaining is a product of the struggles of the All India Bank Employees Association. Those were the days when AIBA was not born, before 1946. Bank management never bothered. They just gave employees salary. But what they believed, what they wanted, employees could not even open their mouths. But when the AIB came in the picture in 1946, then started the demand. Up to that, there was no demand. There was only desire. After the formation of AIB in 1946, the desire became demand. And demand was genuine, but management did not care, but they did not recognize the unions, and they did not react to the demands, however genuine they may be, they were, and they continue to be neglected. So slowly bank employees started agitation, and the management did not talk to them. So because of the available law at that time, these matters were getting referred to various courts, tribunals, and then the awards came. So that was a period from 46 onward, that was a period of tribunals and awards. You go before a judge, and the tribunal will hear you, they will hear the management, and whatever is appealing to them, they will give. In fact, the first major tribunal was Sen Tribunal, 1948, that gave some little uniformity in service conditions and some wage increase. But unfortunately, Shastri Tribunal, again, that Sen Tribunal was nullified on legal technical grounds. And Shastri Tribunal came Shastri Award, to the utter disappointment of the bank employees. Today also people are thinking we want pay commission, we want to go to the court, all those things. But they don't know the background. Bank employees went to the Sen Tribunal before the commission. And commission, the Sen Tribunal award, reduced the salary. So they again went on strike. I wanted more salary, but you are reducing. And then the appellate authority, above the pay commission, they said, no, this is not okay. At least don't increase the salary, but also don't reduce the salary. Let it continue. So bank employees, that was a consolation. At least hamara tanka kam nahi hoga. So that was the situation. But very strangely, the then government at that time, Jawaharlal Nehru was the popular prime minister. He succumbed to the pressure of the bankers, and he nullified that appellate authority order and said wage cut will be there. So that was a very serious problem, and bank employees, they were agitated, and AIB gave the first All India strike, 23rd September 1953-54 period was such a tough time. In 53 they gave, and then again AIB gave us indefinite strike call. Then Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru came to the picture. He said, no, I'm sorry, I should not have done it, and there will not be wage cut. Again, 60s, before Desai Tribunal, Desai Award, etc. So AIB was not satisfied that how long I will go and argue before the courts. It is not satisfactory. I want to talk directly. But everybody was laughing at AIBA. Arre, how management will talk to you? Directly, they will not talk to you. But AIBA, they gave a call. Our leaders, Prabhatkar and Comrade Parwana, led a very strong militant movement, non-cooperation movement. Finally, government agreed. So 1966, that was a turning point in banking industry, first bipartite. I'm just narrating to give you the background, and from there straight we come to the present one. 10 bipartite settlement we signed so far, and today what we have signed is the 11th one. So first one unique is that all the 11 bipartite have been signed only by All India Bank Employees Association. Some have signed 5 settlements, some have signed 8 settlements, some have signed 9 settlements. But no union has signed all the 11, only AIBA. So this is a very happy thing for us that we have been a party to all the previous settlements. And this continues to be bipartite. That is the topmost achievement of this whole thing, that collective bargaining, direct negotiation, settlement continues, and we are happy. Second point, the background in which the settlement has taken place. You know, the background I am referring to the COVID pandemic situation. Countries even now not normal. Government believes it is normal. We also believe it is normal, but it's not normal. Even every day we get information. Some of our colleagues getting affected. They are in hospital. Some we are losing them. So situation is still bad. Definitely it is not normal. So in the abnormal situation, the priorities get difficult, different. But somehow we must be very proud. Even during this pandemic situation, we have been able to complete this exercise of negotiation, and we could sign a settlement. In no other industry, unions have been able to agitate or negotiate or come to any settlement during this corona period. On the other hand, what you find that government, for example, they are the biggest employer in our country. 50-60 lakhs of people are working in the government. They are cutting your DA, they are reducing your emoluments. Private sector, I need not talk, all of us understand. Their wages are being reduced, their jobs are getting lost. So that is the situation. Nowhere there is an example where they are getting more, so please give me something. Nobody is talking of wage revision, and we are an exception. And that way we are proud that this time also bank employees and AIBA, we are the pace setters, we are the trend setters. And even during this pandemic situation, when everybody is facing problem, where nowhere wage revision is being given, we have been able to get this bipartite wage revision settlement today. That is another one. Another point is, all of us know the politics in our country. The central government dispensation is not a friendly situation. They have got their own priorities, and we know their labor policy. So naturally, in this unfriendly atmosphere also, we could go through this, and we are thankful that government has taken the right view that bank employees must be given this wage revision, and with their concurrence today, wage revision has taken place. I am in fact thankful to Finance Minister Madam Nirmala Sitharaman that government also has accepted all these things, and today wage settlement has been signed. Another thing which we have to keep in mind is the background in which the banking industry is passing through. It's very challenging. We are not able to declare anything as NPA. We are not able to recover anything. We are not able to get any regular income on all these things. So it's a new situation for the past 8-9 months, and banks are not doing well. So this is another constraint. But even that has been overcome, and we could get this settlement. So this is one general background. Then coming to our demands, people are now tweeting me. It is 3.5 years, so 1,144 days, something like that people are putting. They do not know. We got our third bipartite in 1979 whereas second one was completed in 1970. It took 9 years. So this is 3.5 years. I'm not justifying the delay, but the point is it will happen because it's a huge process in the tug of war. Otherwise, in first day we can settle. If IBA will agree, government will agree, in one day we can settle. Or if you agree with the IBA demand, there also in one day we can settle. But these implications are not known to the people who are criticizing. It's a big process. How we can find a mechanism to reduce the delay? There is a point we must apply our mind, because today the composition of employees is different. They are impatient. So naturally we can find a way. But there is nothing intentional about it, neither for the management nor for the unions. So this is one thing. But despite that, we find that our reasonable demands have been negotiated. But we must know it is bipartite. Bipartite means two parties. Union, management. Union gives the demand. Management has some requirement. If it is core, the union demand alone will be discussed in the tribunal. But in bipartisan, in bilateralism, we must discuss the management issues also. They are running the banks. They have certain requirements. So naturally, to take care of the customers, to take care of the system, take care of the administration, take care of the management, take care of the entire banking industry requirement, they have been giving so many things. And the satisfaction is that whether it is good or bad for the banks, if they are adversely affecting the service condition of the bank employees, we cannot agree. For example, they wanted to introduce cost to company. They want to introduce in each bank separate wage settlement. They wanted wage settlement according to individual bank profit and profitability. Then they wanted to link the salary according to individual employees' productivity or efficiency. So all these are not simple. Basically, it appears very simple, but in essence, they are completely, antithesis to what we have been doing. Collectively, everybody getting a uniform salary. Then they also said that we do not want any permanent employee. We want only on contract and also outsource basis. Because banking service can be outsourced. Today we are finding financial sector outsourcing is very common. So in our banks also they want to do. We did not agree. So neither productivity based individual salary, nor cost to company, nor outsourcing, nor loss of job, all the management's demands we could overcome. This must be kept in mind as a background when we are understanding this wage revision. So why management should agree? Only one-way traffic, that whatever you want they will agree, and whatever is that problem I will ignore. It cannot be. Banking industry's interest has to be kept in mind. The customer's interest also has to be kept in mind. And within that, we are very happy that we could overcome those things. That is another aspect that we have to keep in mind. And the priorities for a trade union. My salary is an important thing. That's priority number one. But if you ask a question whether your wage or your job, any worker will say my job, not the wage. So when it comes to job, the wage becomes secondary. So here in the country where job security is in attack, targeted by the government policy, wages become secondary. If everything is guaranteed, then my wage is the priority. But when my job is in jeopardy, then that is number one, and also my wages become number two. There is third one. The industry in which we are working, suppose if it is flourishing, it is progressing, it is doing well, it is profitable, then there is no point. You can demand anything, you can get anything. But here, the banks are not doing well, banks are facing problem, and government says banks are in problem because of the ownership. Because they are government banks, nobody cares. So let me privatize. So, and we know what private sector bank means, what private company means. So naturally, between privatization, job and wage become the third category. Second, job, and first is the public ownership. So our country needs government banks, or people are also more protected under public sector. So this is also another thing to be kept in mind. I can't say let the government privatize, I will worry about my wage. So this scenario is completely complicated. But what is so nice about this is that overcoming all these things, we could come to a settlement, and that make this settlement very unique, 11th one. And unitedly, all the unions have come together and they have signed. It is going to benefit about more than 8.5 lakhs of employees and officers of the government banks, of the private banks, of the foreign banks. Of course, all the foreign banks, it pertains only to the workman category. Officers of foreign banks, they are not governed by this. And in private banks also, the new generation bank like ICICI Bank, all these people, they are not part of it. Otherwise, all the about 8.5 lakhs of bank employees are going to be covered by this 11th bipartite. That's a very important that we have to keep in mind. And it's uniform. And especially coming to the bipartisan settlement of the workman unions, ABA, NCB, NOW, and InBev. There was a time when there were categorization of bank, categorization of area. If you join A class bank, your salary is more. If you join B class bank, your salary is less. If you join C class bank, your salary is much less. Similarly, if you work in A area, salary is more. B area, salary is less. C area, still less. D area. So today, from that situation, I am so happy. It's very important achievement. One nation, one salary for bank clerks and sub-staff. Officers still have some different allowances, etc. I am talking for clerical and subordinate employees. It is totally now one nation, one salary. You may join in Ladakh, you may join in Gujarat, you may join in extreme northeast, you may join in the south, wherever you join, whether it is metropolitan area, urban area, semi-urban area, remote rural area, same basic pay, same DA, same HRA, same transport allowance. Total, this is also a very important thing. Uniformity in wages across the board for all the employees. That is another thing which is very, very important. In terms of total financial benefit, in the last settlement, in the 10th settlement, we got 4,725 crores total. This time it is 7,900, 3,815 crores for the our staff or the workman unions, and 4,515 crores for the officer staff. So from 4,700 to 7,900, you can say it's almost 90% more, nearly double. That means the per capita increase in salary is going to be much more. People are trying. I saw in social media, what is the settlement? Basic pay will be only 2.5% more. They do not know. Nearly 15% of the total money has gone to build up the basic pay. So they don't understand, and some technical wordings of this MOU, etc. they pick up and they start building up. It's not so. Our basic pay this time has been built up in a very proper way, and there is very fair increase in the basic pay of the people. That is also there. Similarly, dearness allowance scheme, there is constant government. We have seen they are changing their index formula, price index measurement formula. But here we are happy, same DF formula continues. The rate will change, but the DF formula is very, very important. The best in the entire country is the bank DF formula. And we are happy that is continuing. Per capita increase will be more, and more new service conditions are going to come in this settlement. From every respect, today we have issued a joint circular of the 4 workman unions. We have given a list of 50 new improvements in service conditions. In HRA, so far if you are transferred, only officers were given the rent reimbursement. First time in the 11th bipartite that has come. Suppose somebody's HRA, normal HRA is going to be 5,000 and he is transferred by the management to another station. Then he can take a house for 7,500 rupees, give a receipt, and then bank will give the money. Similarly, halting allowance, if you are sent to some other place on duty, either you can take the time allowance or you can stay in a hotel and bank will pay the hotel bill. Up to that, you have to give the receipt only. And many service conditions. In leave, availing the privilege leave, additional 3 months sick leave, because when you get aged, you need more sick leave because you tend to become sick. So more sick leave. And for the women employees, particularly, I'm very happy for the women employees. Women employees with children of 8 years and below, they can take sick leave if their children become sick. Now it is not possible. Now they must become sick and they can take sick leave. Now if the children become sick, they can take sick leave. Similarly, in their maternity leave, a lot of improvements have come. You can combine it with any other leave if you have. Similarly, if it is a twin child delivery, twin children, then instead of 6 months, it is going to be 8 months. Similarly, for the case of legal adoption of a child, instead of 6 months, it is going to be 9 months. These are all very new things. And if after exhausting your ML, then you still you are required to go for this hysterectomy operation, and another 15 days with salary, additional maternity leave. So in leave benefits, there have been a lot of things. And similarly, now this time we have introduced some 2 new novel service conditions. One is the PLI. As I said, management wanted to link my wage to productivity. If you produce more, then I will give more salary. We rejected that idea. So they wanted PLP, productivity linked pay. Your pay will be linked to your productivity. But this time we have argued with them and they have agreed it will be performance related incentive, performance linked incentive. They wanted PLP, but what is coming is PLI. Performance means the bank's performance. It is not the individual employee productivity which they wanted earlier. Now agreement is PLI. If the bank is performing well, if the profit is going up, then they will get a share of it. That's very good. Number one is bonus. They get the bonus. In addition to bonus, here there is no ceiling. In bonus there is a ceiling. So many people do not get bonus even though you are eligible. But here, right from the part-time sweeper to the topmost chief general manager of the bank, all are eligible for this performance-linked insurance, performance-linked incentive. So this is another one. Then we have leave, and we can encash it. If you go on leave for concession, you can encash it. If you time of retirement, you can encash it. These are the 2 things. But now in a novel way, every year you can encash either 5 days, or you are senior, you can encash 7 days. That means it's a new thing. Entire life you can plan and take leave, or if you are not able to take leave, you want to encash it. Every year it is encashable. It is something new. Similarly, in leave fare concessions, some very novel things. More distance, you can go even by Shatabdi Rajdhani, even local sightseeing is covered by this. LFC, you can go by your own car. Now it was not permitted, only in exceptional cases. Now as a rule, you can go by car. Similarly, I am very happy this time we could make the management agree, and I am thankful to them they agreed that in the northeast, see, beyond Guwahati, people are working in Tripura, in Meghalaya, in all those northeastern states. So they have been incurring most of the time their LFC only to coming to Guwahati. Now there will be additional. Similarly, in the extreme north, beyond Kalka, beyond Chandigarh, beyond Pathankot, there is no train, but the employees are working in those areas. So up to the last railway station connection, Up to that, additional LFC. Is it something new? So naturally in leave, there is a lot of things. Similarly, now we have seen curfew time, prohibitory orders, curfew. I am ready to go, but my area is under curfew. I am not allowed to go out, so, but I am taking leave. Similarly, I am able to go from my house, but my branch is situated in an area which is now under curfew area, so I can't enter that branch. So in both the ways, I am taking leave, my own leave. Now this time IB has agreed for any natural calamity, any flood situation, earthquake, or this like corona situation, curfew, prohibitory orders, law and order situation. In those cases, your absence will not be treated as a leave. It will be a special leave. They will give additional leave, not it will not be deducted from your leave, additional leave. Similarly, for the employees who are differently abled, we have talked to them, additional 4 days they will get sick leave. This is also for the first time it is coming in the banking industry. And HRA, earlier it used to be more in metropolitan and rural areas were not getting any HRA at all. But this time, all will get the same 10.25% of HRA throughout the country. It is something unique. That is also there. Then a new one has come. For transport allowance, we wanted reimbursement of petrol expenditure, petrol cost. They said, no, it's not possible. So we have requested them, you at least give DA on transport, so that whenever the fuel petrol price goes up, that is reflected in the DA. So naturally, it's a new thing that DA will be paid on transport allowance. These are all something which first time we have seen. One item we could not discuss is the change in the duties, empowerment and the passing powers, duties of the posts like head cashier, special assistant, single window operator, daftari, all those things. We are going to continue the discussion later. That will be solved. That's another matter. Then there is a problem in parking more money in basic pay. If 100 rupees increase is there, entire 100 is my desire to make it basic pay, because in basic pay I get DA, I also get my retirement benefit. But for the bank there is a problem. So that is why always we try to bifurcate after so much money, how much can be made into basic pay, which has impact on superannuation benefit. So that is context only the 2 point first come, but otherwise in terms of total allocation, out of 100 rupees, for example, 15 rupees has gone to adding in the basic pay. And that is also eligible for superannuation benefit, etc. That money has been allocated. But point is, still we have money. Everything cannot be made into basic pay. So next priority is, if I don't get at least superannuation benefit, at least I must get index link, that is dearness allowance. So last time special allowance, so this time special allowance has been increased, so more area of my salary is covered by DA, and with this transport allowance, again some more addition. So that is also very, very important, because it gets dearness allowance, and we know what is the meaning of getting dearness allowance on any of the wage component. Yeah, people know that. So more basic pay, more DA, more HRA, more transport allowance, it's all DA linked. All these are very good. And service condition, I was telling you, in leave, in LFC, in halting allowance and many other matters. And subordinate staff, this time for the first time, subordinate staff also, if they pass AB examination. Of late, we got information, some of them are passing. If a clerk will pass part 1, part 2, total 3 increments, you get additional. Here, sub-staff, they were not getting. So to encourage them, this time it has been agreed, the same additional 3 increments will be given to subordinate employees also. That means we have so much of faith and hope and trust on the subordinate employees that they will also equip themselves, and if they pass the AB examination, that additional 3 increments will be given to them. Similarly, after my basic pay scales are ended, we have been asking for stagnation, Earlier it was not there. Then it became 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last time we made it to 8. This time, ninth stagnation increment has been introduced, and we are restructuring the whole special this stagnation increment. Earlier it was once in 3 years, then became for some increment once into 3, then after that once in 2 years. First 4 years, 4 stagnation was given after 3 years. Now we have made it uniform 2. And that is not the only thing. Retrospectively, the entire stagnation increment will be reworked. Suppose somebody has completed 6 years after reaching the maximum. Then now he is getting 2 stagnation increment once in 3 years. Now because it is reworked into 2, then in 6 years he will get 3. So from second stagnation, it will go to third. Similarly, third will go to fourth. In some, for example, if 5 stagnation, it is given in 15 years. Whereas now, if you say once in 2 years, you will get the 7th one. So those who are in 5th stagnation, some of them will go to 7th. So 2 stagnation will be given more. In some of the cases, 3 stagnation increment. Never it has happened. Never. And the beauty is that not only it will be reworked, it will be paid from this month, November, and even those who are retired between 2017 November till now, last month, for them also notionally the stagnation, either 1 or 2 or 3 additional will be added, and from this month their basic pension will go up. So you can imagine 3 stagnation and your retirement means 3 stagnation will be around 6,000 rupees. So 3,000 rupees additional pension. So these are all, I mean, so far we have not been able to get all these things in one go, but this time we got all those benefits. So in service condition, there are a lot of improvements, and it makes this bipartite settlement very, very nice. We are so happy in terms of financial benefit, in terms of service condition, and in the background of the government policy, in the background and scenario of corona restrictions, and environment outside is not at all in our favor, but still we could do that. And all these things are because that bank employees are united under the banner of the trade unions. It's very, very important that unity is kept in mind. Every section. People with disabilities. So there are some few provisions for them for ex-servicemen employees. Every time during wage revision, last time it happened that everybody is getting wage revision, but because of the changeover during this period, their fitment is reduced and then there is recovery. So this time we have taken care that ex-servicemen are duly protected. Similarly, men employees, male employees, women employees, subordinate employees, clerical employees, senior employees, junior employees. For the young employees, we could not get this old DA-linked pension scheme because government did not agree. But we thought something should be done. So now the government it has been recommended to government that 10% contribution of the management will be increased to 14%. That means 40% additional contribution. Now the government in principle they have agreed. Now formal sanction will come and then new employees will be covered. For senior employees, they are already having this pension, so they will be benefited. Subordinate employees will be benefited. Clerical employees will be benefited. Ladies will be benefited. Gents will be benefited. All sections of the employees are covered by this. Total outgo is also quite substantially, better than last time. So per capita increase will be very, very, very substantially higher than the last time. So that's why we are highly satisfied about this settlement, and we are happy that it happens to be another bipartite settlement. Again, I am repeating, that's very important. Number one, our demands are considered. Number two, it continues to be bilateral. And that makes this 11th bipartite very, very unique. There are a lot of things which, it will take more time to talk on all these minute matters, But every small detail has been addressed in this bipartisan settlement. And now we have also talked to the management to disburse this arrears on account of settlement as early as possible. We wanted to do it last month so that before Diwali arrears can be paid, but unfortunately there were some issues which could not be addressed. And similarly, along with that, we had also asked 3 benefits pertaining to the employees who are already retired. For employees who are in service, when your basic pay will go up, your superannuation benefit will go up. You will get more PF, more gratuity, more commutation in pension, etc. That is there. But already those who are retired, they are also very important. I am happy that yesterday Madam Finance Minister also said that we should care for them. That is we are very proud that government has said it openly now. So we have been asking something for the already retired employees. So this time they agreed that the medical insurance policy that has been now further relaxed. It has become more, coverage is possible, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, according to the retired employee's capacity and requirement. And if it is a single insurer, maybe a widow or a widower, so all these things have helped more retired people to get covered under insurance. Second, and we are still asking, this time also we are told that management should bear the cost of this medical policy. We could not complete the discussion. We are going to continue because management also wanted that we need more time to discuss these matters. Similarly, pension. In pension, 2 items are there. 1, pension to be improved and family pension to be improved. Both are important, but amongst the 2, family pension assumes more significance and importance because the person is not there, he is no more. So the family is only getting the pension, the amount was less. But I am very happy this time the government also agreed. Any time their formal approval is awaited, it has been included in the settlement also that without any ceiling, maximum ceiling, 30% will be given as family pension. So with the result that existing family pension will be virtually double. It's very, very significant in the entire settlement. This, according to me, is a very, very, very important achievement of the organization AIBA to take care of the families of the people who lost their breadwinner or the pensioner is not there. So the family is without him, and now in the settlement, their family pension will go up. Similarly, our demand, and this is very popular, pension updation. 2 things are popular: 5-day banking, pension updation. So many people talk to me. Some people are cursing me. You are not giving family this updation, so you will go to hell. You will die soon. All types of things. Anyway, we are in public service, so people do not know what they are talking, and let them talk. That's not a matter. What is required to be done, we will do. That's not an issue. Only thing, if suppose we take cognizance and go for cyber crime because it's all offensive language, then they will be in trouble. But we don't want to create problem for them. They must also understand that they can't get away with all those things. I hope that they will try to behave properly. Anyway, that is not a main issue. Main issue is updation is a popular demand. And government and also is now inclined to consider. So far they were not agreeable. Similarly, bank managements are also scared because the updation means more money. More money means more cost. More cost means more funding. And they have the problem of funding. But I think the issue is very alive and is actively under consideration of the Indian Bank Association Bank Management. Government is also positive. Now we will continue our efforts, and I feel very confident that very soon this some improvement will come in this issue of updation. It is too premature to talk openly on that. We would not like to do that. But I can only assure that updation is under very active consideration of the union also, and also the Indian Bank Association, and ably now with the open signal of the Government of India. So they need not have anxiety. We will address that issue. Another popular thing I was telling you is the 5-day banking. That was a demand. Last time we got 2 Saturday holiday, and this time we wanted all the 4 or 5. But unfortunately, government, they feel that public perception is not in favor. We must do something otherwise, which will not create problem in public perception. So they have flatly said it is not possible. And so it requires to be further pursued. It is not that whatever I want, it will be accepted. Sometimes it takes time. We have seen in the 11 settlements, certain things have taken 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. We wanted pension for bank employees in 1953. We got it in 1993, 40 years. So during that 40 years, those retired, they don't get any pension. Only from 1986, people are getting pension. Before that, they don't get it. Similarly, the time is always there. It is not that 5-day banking is not a non-important or unimportant issue. It's an important issue of the union, especially AIBA. But when certain the wind is not in my favor, there is no point in breaking our head. So we will lie low, and at the appropriate time we shall, pursue that matter also. But in the meantime, in a hurry, people go to social media and do all these things. Anyway, it is up to them now. Social media is a boon or bane, I do not know. If you use it properly, it's a boon. If people misuse it, it's only a bane. People are cursing why all these things are there, like that. But to sum up, what I'm trying to say is continuation of the bilateral agreement is very important. The background is not at all favorable in that we have done. In terms of total quantum, it is so far the maximum benefit that will accrue to the employees. And in terms of real, their pay scales, allowances, salary, etc., it is going to be much higher. In terms of improvement in service condition, it is very good. And without infringing upon any of the existing rights and benefits, which will affect our jobs and job security. All these things have to be kept in mind when we understand this, and that's why we have held this settlement. That is why all the unions are hailing this settlement. There are people who deliberately want to be disgruntled or misinformed or ill-informed or half-informed. Some are going to court, they try till the last minute. I know. Now there is a new thing, we bankers, they say we are a registered union. We know that they are registered, but whom they represent? AIBA, we represent the clerks and peons. IBOG, they represent the officers. NCB, they represent the workmen. AIBOA, they represent the officers. The we bankers, whom they represent? Who are their members? What is their bylaw? What is their subscription rate? How they are working? Simply social media is not the world. And ventilating all negative feelings, that is not the purpose. So we have seen in the past so many people trying to weaken the trade unions. Attempts have been made, but so far they have not succeeded. All India Bank Employees Association, we are celebrating the 75 years of AIBA. Platinum Jubilee of AIBA. AIBA goes on. Some people, the caravan goes on. People will sometimes talk. But what is good, we shall definitely do. If there is a constructive criticism, we shall take it. We have no problem. Because ultimately AIBA stands for employees. But some people don't like AIBA, and some people are envious of AIBA. Some people are jealous of AIBA. Some people are inimical to AIBA. Then they will do. Somebody will shout, somebody will bark, somebody will do something else. We shall handle them. There is no problem. Our concentration was on bipartite settlement. It is over. Once our employees, the things are getting implemented for the employees, then after the organization will handle. We have seen disruption. It is nothing new. We have seen the disruption. 1946 we are born. 1948 we saw one disruption. 1954 we have seen. 1980 we saw another disruption. So the people who do not understand the need for unity, they will do that. So naturally we shall tackle bank employees are capable, and there is a wrong impression that we bankers mean young employees. It is totally wrong. There are a lot of people who are retired people, they are we bankers. There are a lot of people who are our staff, they are there. There are a lot of people who are not our staff, they are there. And it is not that young people don't understand. I can proudly say that the overwhelming majority of the young members of the AIBA, they are fully aware of this game and they are not getting diverted. In fact, they are our frontline warriors of the organization. They are our potential leaders of the future. So we have no problem at all. They are wonderful people. Youngsters are so active in our organization. We are also training them, and they will be coming up. We have provision for special representation in the General Council, in the Central Committee, in the leadership, etc. A lot of youngsters are very active. So I have absolutely no grievance on youngsters, and in fact they understand much more and they also convey much more than senior people. Senior people, they are blind loyalty. They know AIB, they are grown with AIB, they love AIB, so that's an issue. But here, these people, they not only have faith in the organization, but they express their commitment in social media and all those things. So we will try to activate it. Now, in fact, these youngsters are our ambassadors. Because senior people, we are not active in social media. So after the settlement, we are going to address this issue, how to utilize social media in Twitter handle, in Facebook, in our website, etc. We shall definitely come out with our own plans, how we can further make our contact more lively, more meaningful, more educative, more inspiring. So this we shall do once this settlement gets implemented. There's no problem at all. But end of the bipartite is not end of our job. It's a part of our job. Fighting for more wage is only a part of the job. That is over now. We are very thankful to the bank employees for their immense patience and cooperation, faith. Whenever we told them go on strike, they have gone on strike. Those who are now criticizing today, they did not go on strike. So they have no right to talk about this settlement. It is a good settlement, but even if you want to criticize, then you should have abided by the call of the organization. When you give a fight call, they don't join you, they will not fight. But then outside they will talk. Today I was taking somebody. See, you go to Agra, throughout the world people come to Agra to see the beauty of Taj Mahal. It is one of the wonders of the world. You can keep on gazing and looking at Taj Mahal and you can feel happy. But the point is that there are people. Just you see behind Taj Mahal, this Yamuna river is very shabby there, very dirty water, like a drainage it is going on. So somebody will look at the drainage. He will not look at Taj Mahal. But the whole world is looking at Taj Mahal. So lakhs of employees are looking at AIBA, they are looking at the settlement. They are positive people, they are looking at Taj Mahal. There are some dirty people who are negative, who don't understand, they will look only at the drainage. So let them have the pleasure. We need not waste our time. Our membership is aware. We have crossed 75 years and we have seen all these matters. We have seen governments, we have seen management, we have seen enemies. We do not want all those things. We want to work in harmony. But people want to be in that, then we have no hesitation at all. We shall squarely meet all these inimical forces. There is no problem. We only appeal that they must understand and they must be practical. And if they constructively play the role, then it's okay. If they really want to confront, then AIB is ready to take the confrontation. There is no problem at all. Our senior members, especially our young employees, are more capable in fighting all these people ideologically, organizationally, and at the ground level, also in the social media. We shall meet them squarely. We shall meet them. There is absolutely no problem. But I was telling you that bipartite is not at the end of it. It is a part of it. At the same time, today we have other challenges. Challenges to the public sector character, challenges to the banking industry, and also challenges to the entire trade union movement. That is why we have given a call for the strike on the 26th of November. Not only ABA, more than 25 crores of workers will go on strike, and ABA will join that national general strike for the poor working people, for the unorganized workers, for the harassed women workers in this country, for more job security, for a minimum wage, for the farmers to live in harmony and produce food for us. If farmers are affected, where do I go for food? I may go to a 5-star hotel, but there will be no food because the farmer will not produce. So their problem is my problem. And for worker, when I fight, I need labor laws. Today, labor laws are sought to be weakened. They have already passed the law. So all these issues are important, and banks, they want to privatize. Everything they want to privatize. So we understand it's all very serious. So that's why bipartite is over. That celebration part is over. Now within the next 15 days, we have to go on strike, and that is the real celebration. One is bipartite completion celebration. Next is Diwali, it's a celebration. After that, going on strike is our celebration. We shall celebrate it with our unity. We shall celebrate it with our militancy. We shall celebrate it with our commitment. We shall celebrate with our understanding that unity of the workers and the people of this country is very important. Together, we should fight and overcome all these challenges. I'm sure this bipartisan settlement will once again, encourage us, will motivate us with enthusiasm, because if you fight, the results are visible. So if you fight with a much larger cause, that is also very, very important. Let us, once again, I am very happy to salute all the bank employees under the banner of the All India Bank Employees Association. I am very happy to greet all of you. I am very happy to convey the congratulations of the entire leadership of the office bearers of the All India Bank Employees Association for your patience, for your indulgence, for your cooperation, for implementing all the calls of the ABA, and very soon a very substantial amount of arrears. Once the arrears will come, people will understand what is the settlement is all about. So that will be over. Then after that, we need to go on our agitation, strikes, etc. Life will be full of challenges. And challenges, the choice is whether you succumb and perish or you fight and come out. In ABA, we don't believe in succumbing and dying. We believe in fighting and overcoming and going forward. That is the dynamics of the All India Bank Employees Association. Lado, Jeevo. Jeene ke liye lado. This is what we believe. We fight to live, and we live to fight for a better society for everybody in this world, everybody in this country. I am very sure when we greet you, we shall understand what is ABA, what we stand for, and we shall go on in the days to come. Greetings to all of you. Thank you very much. And once again, congratulations to all of you. Bye.